Oh shit. This is where the show gets weird, baby. That's actually a picture of me last night in a dream. I don't know how I took it, but Sharky Goes to Hell, also known as Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. He doesn't have on the eye makeup here, weirdly. Here on the fabulous, investigative Clark the Shit Show, where I'm going to review an album tonight here on Monday. Is it December 8 or December 9, 2024? I'm not sure, but I know December 7th recently was a day that will live in infamy, you guys, and I think you all know why. 1941 or whatever. But I'm not here to talk about 9/11 or that. I'm here to talk about this Christian guy, musician, who put out a mediocre, like almost lame album here, but I like it. You guys know me, Clark the Shark, once again. I find that weird, mediocre, and or lame thing, and I like it. Just to be a fucking dick or a jerk. I don't know. But that's not why I like it, you guys. I like it because it's like interesting, textured. And it's got a picture of me on the cover, you guys. Clark the Shark. Now, there was a guy named Mike O'Brien in Redondo, and he had this album, and I guess I borrowed it and never gave it back. And it ended up in the Clark the Shark huge vinyl collection, which is now in Torrance, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, at many different homes. And the people email me and they're like, Sharky, when do you want your albums back? And I'm like, never. You can keep them. And people are like, well, Sharky, they might be like valuable. They're like, they were once owned by Clark the Shark. And I'm like, you can keep them, but give me back my Alice Cooper if you got any of it. Especially Goes to Hell. 1976, you guys. Of course, it has that classic on it, and then a lot of critics back in the day said it was bloated, disco, arena friendly garbage, or it comes up short, misses the mark, and it does, you guys. And yet, even I, Clark the Shark, I'm like, this could have been so much better. I remember I played it 20 times before I liked it. I was like, the first song leaves me searching for more or something. But I think I just love this album cover. Like green. That does look like me, Clark the Shark, a lot. But there's something. That's probably what God will do to me when I die. He'll be like, Sharky, you were bad, and this is you now. And I'll be like, well, long as there's some hell down, it's got Alice Cooper down there in hell. I might be feeling it. But the very first track, you guys, I have problems with Go to Hell. Where he's like, you'd force feed like a candy cane, a diabetic. I mean, you're just like, dude, what are you doing? And then you're just like, you're underwhelmed or something, and yet you kind of like it in a twisted, weird way. You can go to hell. It's like, dude, force feed a. Ugh. And You Got a Dance track 2 is where we get into this like weird disco shit or something, but I don't know. It kind of rocks, you know. You Gotta Dance. I kind of, me, Clark the Shark, I'm weird. And I like that track. I'm the Coolest, of course, is kind of ironic and irreverent. It's about Clark the Shark, but it comes up short or something. And side 1, you're a little like, uh-oh, is this a crappy album? Is this going bad? And, this didn't we meet is that's a line I use a lot, you guys. It doesn't work. Don't use it. Now, the classic, side 1, you guys, I Never Cry, which sounds a little like, to me, and I forgot in other reviews, you guys, to do this. For example, the song Styx, Borrowed Time sounds like Chicago, that one song. It does. Living on borrowed time. It's like da 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 da. Like they're both from Chicago. It's weird, you guys. And I Never Cry sounds a little like Carly Simon. That one song, it does, you guys. I don't know which came first. One of them's ripping off the other, but they both rip off each other in my view. Clark the Shark, because as we all know, I rip off everyone, and yet no one at all. You guys knock it off in the South Bay with this Clark the Shark. You're all in love with Clark the Shark now that I'm on TV, or I'm like a Chinese guy from that thing on the internet of Clark the Shark. No one ever said a good thing about me in my damn life. And then all of a sudden they're like, he's a genius. He invented everything. But way before me, you guys, is I Never Cry. What a song. And Alice Cooper co-wrote it. Did he rip off, what's that song? Do 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 do. Like his song goes, like, my heart's a virgin, it ain't ever been used, or it ain't ever been broke. And shark never cries. And her song is like, do-dee-dee-doo-doo, the spy who loved me. They're similar, you guys. I believe it. I think it. And I will, to my grave, here on the Clark the Shit Show, give the kid a break. I love, because that's kind of about me. You can hear record label guys all, give Sharky a break. And Guilty, really good song, you guys. One of his best or something. Like, I don't care about the arena disco bloated stuff, because I understand he's being funny, he's being ironic, he's being irreverent. If there's probably a song I don't like, it's Wake Me Gently, but I even like it, you guys. And Wish You Were Here, of course. It's always good stuff, you guys. I'm Always Chasing Rainbows is different or something for him, but dude, anything Alice Cooper does, it's okay with Clark the Shark, because he can do anything. He's like David Bowie, or or maybe not that good or that weird, but he will try anything, you guys. He's a rock and roll, hard rocking dude. Some people call him metal. He's not. He's all over the place, throwing knuckleballs, sliders, curveballs at you guys. Now, will this album become your favorite Alice Cooper album? No, you guys, he has much better shit. Certainly before this. I don't think after this. He gets kind of lame, in the 80s. starts going metal or something, and you're just like, dude, what are you doing? I wish he could have made Alice Cooper albums later on in his career, you guys, and instead of desperately trying to get pop commercial or whatever it is or was. Every now and then he does something good, but he can never match the early days, you guys, of way back. And I'm not sure if it was Frank Zappa who discovered him. I think it was, or maybe Captain Beefheart. I'm not sure. I've heard the legends. But Alice Cooper would have been found, you guys, one way or another, right here on the Clark the Shit Show. And I want to talk about this guy's love of the Lord, because that means a lot to me, Clark the Shark, as a guy who struggles with Christianity or God or atheism even. I don't even know what I am, you guys, but this guy gives me hope or something, because he's this psycho that beheads himself on stage, and it's really scary. And he always says, I'm trying to show reality to all of you, like this is hell or something, and you don't want to go there. And yeah, you guys, you don't. If there is one, I mean, I know there is, because liberals will all go there. It wouldn't be fair to have liberals just die and go nowhere, or like go neutral or go to heaven. That wouldn't be right. There has to be a hell, you guys, for liberals and Democrats when they die, to go there. And some conservatives, who are greedy, all they think about is money. For them too, right here on the Clark the Shit Show, but not for this man. No way. If there is a Jesus or God or Christ or whatever up there or here amongst us, this good person, this good man, Alice Cooper, will be with the Lord forever. You guys, he's a good guy. He is. And then all his weird music and, the message he's sending to all of us. It's scary. And dude, he invented, what all the creeps like Marilyn Manson later on, much longer after him, or Bat Lord or just all these people that want to be creepy, they got it from the original, you guys. That being said, I hear like the Count Five and the Music Machine and, shit in his music, which came before him, that was ghoulish and creepy, like Clark the Shark is. But I like this guy's message or something when you interview him and you talk to him. And, he's not a big conservative or Trump guy, and yet he's a Christian guy. It's weird. Or maybe he is secretly, and, he doesn't want that out or something. Like me, Clark the Shark, I'm very torn. I'm conservative Republican, but, I want Trump to win. I want him to beat Kamala and Biden and Hillary and all that. But, that's just because, I don't want the Democrats to win. It's not like I'm madly in love with Trump, you guys, or Republicans. It's just that I know what Democrats want to do to you. They're very ghoulish and evil, and big government, big regulations, big taxes. And sadly, I think Alice Cooper knows too, but he doesn't really get political. He does get Christian sometimes in interviews when you talk to him. And it's scary, this cover, you guys. Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. He's making a statement here that is serious, real. Go back again. Listen to all these lyrics of every single song. And you will hear he's not messing around or being funny. He is, and all being irreverent and all that. But he's being serious too. And all of his albums are this way. There's a ghoulish, scary thing that is there to warn you, right here on the Clark the Shit Show, as do I, Clark the Shark. Maybe with a song like She's a Bitch and Then You Live or something, or It Ain't Easy, I don't know. But I got it and learned it from guys like Alice Cooper. Now, this guy was a really bad alcoholic, hanging out with Harry Nilsson, Keith Moon, and with the Hollywood vampires way, way back in the 70s, John Lennon. They'd all hang out and just get hammered drunk. And the weird thing about Alice Cooper is he didn't really partake in the weirdness. This guy would drink a lot, and he would build castles, like sandcastles made of beer cans. He could outdrink Keith Moon, Harry Nilsson, all of them, like combined, and John Lennon, every one of them, you guys. And one day he got clean. Like, such as I, Clark the Shark, it was a good feeling just to get off that shit. And I'm glad he did. And he didn't drink whiskey and all that shit. He just drank a lot of beer. He wasn't like brandy, like Keith Moon. He wasn't, you guys. He would drink Budweiser mainly and just, dude, it was unbelievable how much beer this guy could drink. He had to quit. He'd be dead, you guys, believe me. If Harry Nilsson were still here, God rest his soul, he would tell you, Alice fucking Cooper, could outdrink anyone. And, like a lot of Christians, he drinks, you guys. They do. It's probably because of that story, in the Bible, turning water into wine or whatever. It's influential, you guys, in a bad way, if you will. But as far as I know, this guy was always hardcore Christian, even way back in like the 50s or something, like before he was in rock and roll. So this guy was damn good and convincing in the game of rock and roll. For him to make it in rock, he could get away with whatever he was. I couldn't. Me, Clark the Shark, they would say, he's wimpy, he's a goody two-shoes in the closet, and we can tell from his music. I don't know, you guys. I'm torn if I was good or bad. I just don't know. But I know Alice Cooper was always good, and he is to this very day. He is on the side of God, the Lord, you guys. There's no doubt about it. And yet he convinces the rock and roll scene. He's not just one of them, but baby, he leads them. Hard rock, arena friendly, melodic, dude. Atmospheric. It's much more than just a few hits in the 70s, like School's Out forget that, you guys. That's great. That's awesome. But you got to listen to albums like this one, because I, Clark the Shark, and dude, hey, Mike O'Brien, if I stole this album, I'm sorry, but I had to. I took it over to the apartment in Torrance where I lived below Cindy in 1986. I had to get near Cindy, you guys. I lived right below her, and I would play Alice Cooper, Goes to Hell. And I would play like Genesis, Nursery Crime, and Sabbath, Sabotage, Technical Ecstasy, and, Never Say Die, and Bowie, and all this shit. Dude, like the Guess Who and shit, dude, in that apartment on, I think it was 232nd or 242nd Street, right by South High, you guys, near Vista, Montana, turns into Anza, PCH. Oh, man, Cindy was so beautiful. I couldn't decide, Cindy or Tanya, you guys. It wasn't going to get neither. I knew that. But I was definitely going to get me some Alice Cooper, baby. And this album is fucked up and like boring and lame and mediocre and disco and shitty. It's everything the critics said was wrong with it. It's where his career began to go downhill. And that's why I fucking like it and I love it, because it's human. It shows a man desperate to stay relevant or be on the radio or stay on the radio or something, or just stay in the public conscious. And Dude, I love Alice Cooper, you guys, for his evil, dark music and for his personal life where he's just some guy that plays golf and goes to church and he's a good guy. He's a real goody two shoes Mary Poppins, you guys. He's a clean, he doesn't do anything bad or wrong. He's Alice Cooper, you guys. He's like probably wears alligator shirts and, you know, and shit. He's very uncool when he's away from the stage and he's, you know, playing golf or some shit or walking around with a Bible like, hey, you want to hear about the Lord? Jesus, he can save you. Dude, he ain't that man on stage. No way. This guy becomes an evil, possessed, diabolical Diablo that makes Marilyn Manson look like a joke, or any of them, you guys. Any heavy metal in the 80s is tame compared to this guy. He is and was the real deal. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. I love the whole package, you guys. The Christianity, everything. And the music, which was so breakthrough. I mean, to compare him to Led Zeppelin and The Who and all that, you know, all those bands, you know, Jethro Tull and all the shit back in the day, Atomic Rooster, I feel like he's better or something, or he knows what he's doing. And like Frank Zappa didn't or something. It's just weird. Yeah, you guys, listen to all the albums. Maybe don't listen to this one first. Listen to the good, the early shit, and then build into this one and listen to it. You will find out it's more funny and ironic and irreverent than bad or something. That being said, it is bad and lame and lousy. But, dude, sometimes that's what you got to do to get to that next plateau, if you will. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show, baby. 1-800-449-8255. The Wolfman Jack on crack. Baby, the Shark-a-Lamma Ding Dong, the Shark-a-Doodle-Doo. Where I just brought you the only review you'll ever need or want of this quirky, weird album that I do want you to buy if you're only 20 years old right here in 2024 and you were born in 2004, 3 years after 9/11, when Mohammed Atta flew those jets, along with others, into the World Trade Center. Do it in honor of me, Clark the Shark, right here on WABC Radio, New York City, from the Golden EIB shitrophone. It's not a sharkerphone nor a microphone, baby. It's the Sharky. Where I'm talking about Alice Cooper, and I'm getting very serious, because this is a great guy who won't go to hell. But on this album, he did. Buy it. Enjoy it. Get into it. Get into all his shit, you guys. I already reviewed every one of his albums on another YouTube channel that was banned and deleted by your friends, the uppity goody two-shoes liberals. They're not really goody two-shoes. They're evil and they censor you. Kind of like Liz Cheney and or Mitt Romney would too on the GOP Republican side of the spectrum. They don't want to hear the truth either, but I'm going to give it to you whether you want it or not right here on the Clark the Shark Show, baby. And the truth is Alice Cooper. Buy it because you fucking need it. Especially this album, 1976, Goes to Hell, baby. Don't go there, you guys. Be good. Pray. There might be a God. I think there is. Come on, you guys. Perfect distance from the sun, the tilt, the seasons, the oxygen, the way the solar system's in a weird place. There's nothing around. The way the two big planets, Jupiter and Saturn, block out the asteroids and meteors and all the shit coming to destroy us, you guys. The UFOs come to warn us. And maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe it's not them at all. It's me, Clark the Shark. I don't know. but buy some Alice Cooper at iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever you do. It's important to get into this guy, certainly back in the 70s. Learn all about him, too. I wish there were more rock stars like this guy. I wish, you guys, I wish I could see the light like he does. He makes it sound so simple. I just don't. This thing where, we're tortured like the book of Job, and God's like, Sharky, you can free yourself anytime you want. I'm like, dude, I don't know, after they do bad things to you or whatever, dude, or, maybe that's the most, or, time that you should forgive and forget. I don't know. Alice Cooper, I know, would forgive and forget everything, you guys, because this guy is pure of heart. And his music is pure as hell, baby. Buy it. And I'm out of here. Peace.